I'd like to take this opportunity to explain what I've been asked to do by the Chief with regards to the G20 investigation. And I can indicate that Chief Blair has asked for the G20 Criminal Investigative Team to be formed. Inspector Randy Franks from the Organized Crime Enforcement Unit is the senior officer who's in charge of this particular team. My role as the major case manager or the operational detective sergeant in charge of, at this particular time, a team that consists of 22 members. As I indicated, the senior officer in charge is Inspector Randy Franks. There are 16 active and operational investigators who are working directly for me. I have a crime analyst, and I have 4 civilian support staff with regards to this particular project. The investigators who were handpicked by their unit commanders are a very elite group of individuals, and as I indicated, they were handpicked by their unit commanders. They largely are from Detective Command, with some additional support from other areas of the police service. They each come to me with a very specific investigative skill set, which is obviously very suited to this type of investigation. I can indicate to you the focus of the investigative team is to identify, apprehend, and prosecute anyone that participated in criminal activity within the City of Toronto, largely related to the events that took place on Saturday, 26th of June, 2010. This is an offender apprehension-led investigation. The persons responsible for the assaults on our officers, burning of our marked police vehicles, the damage done to the downtown buildings and surrounding areas will be held accountable for their criminal conduct. At this point, I'd like to thank the members of the public who, without being asked, have dropped off DVDs and videos at a number of the area divisions that have now made themselves available to our investigators and are being viewed, and I encourage that to continue. The Toronto Police is completely aware of the support that we have from the community with regards to our efforts to apprehend persons responsible for the events that largely took place on Saturday, the 26th of June, 2010. And I don't want the public to assume that we in the policing community, and more specifically this investigative team, has enough video. We can always use more. We're encouraging members of the public to continue to drop off their DVDs and videos at area divisions inside and outside the Toronto area. All of our surrounding policing partners are aware that this investigative team is in existence, and those videos and DVDs will make their way to us in the investigative project room. So I encourage that to continue. In addition, the Toronto Police has also generated a website that's on the main TPS Toronto Police website, and there is a link for the G20 investigation, and members of the public can click on this icon. It brings up a separate screen that allows members of the public to upload video and still photographs with regards to images and video that they took largely during Saturday the 26th of June, and we encourage that to continue, and that site is there specifically that purpose. And I would also, there's also an ability for citizens to leave their name and contact information with regards to the video images and still photographs that they took on that particular site. But we encourage people to use that site and to upload images so that we can continue to try and apprehend these people responsible. I'm not telling any of you anything you don't know. This is a identification-led investigation. The marketable prosecutions will come from whether or not a jury or a judge sitting alone will be able to look at the image of the individual committing the crime and the photograph that we've been able to obtain either from the Toronto Police source or from the public, and make a determination as to whether it's the same person. These offenses are largely captured in progress by video and still photograph as they were taking place. The individuals that I'm releasing today on the board to my right are just a sample of a number of individuals who we are initially seeking to identify. The majority of these individuals, except for the individual who's in the middle, who's wearing the police baseball cap and the gas mask that he stole out of a uniformed scout car, all of the rest of these individuals are responsible for the attack on a uniformed scout car in the area of Queen and Spadina with regards to the damage that was done physically to the car and the car being set on fire. So at this particular time in day 3 of the start of this investigation, my investigators have been able to identify these individuals. This is an extremely small percentage of individuals who are being identified on an hourly basis with regards to persons responsible for damage within the downtown area of the city. As indicated, the individual with the baseball cap not only stole the cap out of the car before the car was set on fire, but in addition stole a police-issued gas mask that was also in the vehicle at the time. These individuals will all be identified, they will all be arrested, and they will all be prosecuted for the offenses that I've indicated. We, in the project room, have had a number of offers of assistance, and those offers come from the banking community with regards to facial recognition software, Canada Immigration with regards to passport photographs, obviously the assistance from other policing communities, largely in the Montreal area, the building surveillance video that was taken inside and outside of buildings, largely within the financial district. Those individuals are all checking in with us, and my officers are in the process of going around and generating a large collection basket of video and photographs that are being examined on an ongoing basis. Once again, just before I field any of your questions, I want to let individuals like this to my right, I want them to understand that they are going to be found, they are going to be apprehended, and they are going to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I have extremely aggressive police officers who sign to me who would like nothing better to do than to go out and find these individuals who victimized our city. And once they are identified and marketable prosecutions have been established, these individuals will be systematically arrested and prosecuted. And that's our sole focus as far as this investigation is concerned. So I'll answer any of your questions if I can.
How many have been identified, Gary?
I'm sorry?
And how many are you looking for? How many people have been identified?
Well, I think there's hundreds of individuals who we could potentially locate and arrest, but it's going to be very systematic. It's a matter of taking the photographs that we have within the Toronto Police Data Bank with regards to photographs that were taken of individuals who arrived at the Prisoners Processing Center and individuals that were photographed out on the street by citizens and other members of the public, and comparing them to crimes in progress with regards to pictures like you see here on the board. And there's hundreds and hundreds of them. Yes?
Will people